What's going on, guys? This is Rockcast. I'm Eric Black. That's Parker Miner right over yonder. Welcome to the show. Thanks for hanging out.
Yes.
We appreciate that. This show, for those of you that are new, it's about some of that metal music.
It is.
It's about some of that rock music and just a sprinkle of alternative. We're going to
Just
throw
a
that
little
in
bit.
there a little bit as well. But I think it's going to be another good show this week.
It's called Rockcast.
My mom said she'd be listening, so that's really why I do the show. As long as she's listening, then everything is fine. I'm good to go.
Hi there.
Parker Miner.
How's it going?
Good, man. What's up, buddy?
Well, just another week that we don't see each other or sit next to each other.
No, we can't high five. We can't poop together in the stalls. It's not great.
Well, we can. We just do it in Target and we FaceTime.
It's true. They don't like that. By the way.
No,
You tag them. You
do
tag
not
them
like that.
post. Yeah, like pooping at Target. Apparently, it's a thing. It's kind of like the B&A carpet,
right?
Which,
They
by
don't
the
like
way,
that.
is leaving. They're getting rid of the. For those of you that don't know what B&A carpet is, that's the airport here. It's B&A in Nashville. Their carpet throughout the entire facility.
Oh.
It has its own Instagram account, Facebook, all that stuff. It's a huge deal for some reason.
Huh.
Look it up, B&A carpet. Anyway, there's a big fuss about it, and I was like, "What's going on, guys?" And they're getting rid of the carpet, all of the carpet. They're getting rid of it.
I didn't realize it was a thing.
It's a huge thing. B&A carpet. Look it up on pretty much any social media.
I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, you should. It's weird.
Why are they getting rid of it?
Well, I think because it's had 400,000 people on it every 20 minutes.
Well, for the last 20 years.
Yeah. So they're probably just done with it.
I just thought it was the Langoliers.
Well, that's fair. Yeah. If you've seen the carpet, you're probably like, this is not good carpet. In my opinion, it's not great carpet at all. So,
it was probably like maroon color or something.
A little bit. Yeah. I think it was a variety of colors, actually. I'll see if we can't find a photo of that and share it with everyone.
Yeah. Before it's gone.
Yeah. I guess we could go and lay down on it so no one can get rid of it. At least
one last time.
Yeah, at least that's 6 foot by 2 foot, almost 3 foot now, I guess.
Now that would be a protest. That would be an acceptable protest.
I'm in. I'll go lay on B&A carpet.
Yes. I like that mug.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, did you see? Look, I'm cheersing to the New Year's with my New Year's glass.
Oh, that's nice.
This is to hurry up and get 2020 over with. So I'm ready for the new year.
I think we're all ready for some of that new year. You know what, though? I'll tell you this. That's kind of what we said in 2018 about 2019. And then we were like, okay, whatever. And then 2019, we said, this is such a horrible year. And then 2020 came, and all of a sudden now we're like best friends with 2018 and 2019.
Yeah. Like when winter comes, we're ready for summer. And then once summer hits, we're like, dang, I'm ready for winter again. But,
yeah,
we're spoiled little brats.
We are. Yeah. Speaking of being spoiled, if anybody wants to get us gifts.
Oh, yeah.
We're good.
We accept those.
Yeah. You can just, food would be a big one.
We like food.
We love food.
Eric likes JD.
Yeah. Well.
And JC.
Yeah. I used to.
Well, you still do.
No, I do. I've moved on to bigger and better things.
Well, if you knew what JC was, you probably would not be saying that.
Jerry curls?
No.
Jesus.
JC.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. I am.
What have you done? Have you changed completely, Eric? I don't know this person.
I am. Well, I used to be somebody, and now I'm not. Now I'm somebody else. So I guess I'm just somebody that you used to know.
You were reborn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just in a different way.
Yeah.
He came out a demon.
Okay. Anyway, listen,
that was a good start.
If people don't already know, if we don't have a guest on the show, it gets weird. Like the guests keep us in line. That's how that works. It's just
For the most part.
For the most part. We do actually get a little weird.
We try not to get too weird, though, because once we get past that line of where we both know it's too weird, we look at each other and we start laughing a little bit, and the artist has no idea what's going on because we're like, uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah.
They're either going to shut off their camera and leave, or they're not going to ever come back.
Well, that's only happened twice. So
2 times.
That's 2 times. But
Bob used to do that to us all the time, but not anymore. Apparently, he's moved on to bigger and better things.
Well, good for Bob.
Tell us about what Bob did this week.
No, I don't know what Bob did this week. Wait, do I know what Bob did this week? I think I do.
Bob got married.
Oh, Bob did get married. Why would Bob get married?
Well, sometimes you just get bored. During the coronavirus, we all have downtime.
Lots of
apparently. Too much downtime just makes you go crazy and do weird things. Although I don't consider this weird. I think it's kind of cool.
Kind of. Actually. Yeah.
He's just setting himself up for the future.
Sure. Well, kind of.
He's already said.
There's a catch. All right. So all of you were like, this is boring because I have no idea what you're talking about. We should probably, I'll tell you. I'll fill you in.
Just tell him.
Then you'll be in the know, and then we all can talk about it around the water cooler, distanced and on Zoom. Okay?
6 feet.
6 feet at least.
Back up.
Listen. Country music icon Loretta Lynn went ahead and married Kid Rock. Now, that's true. If you haven't read about it already, you are missing out. Plain and simple. Yep. Loretta Lynn, who lives in Tennessee, married Kid Rock, also lives in Tennessee.
Now, there is a significant age difference.
Yeah.
There.
I think like 100 years.
Probably 2.
Like yeah. Well,
but it works.
It does. And there is a catch. However, it actually did not last very long. No. It was actually at the Nashville Songwriters Awards last year in 2019 at the Ryman Auditorium, right here in this place we call Nashville.
In the heart of Nash Vegas. We all love that term because it makes total sense. So, Kid Rock, speaking of, man, he did a really cool video where I'm from. The hometown, Lebanon, Tennessee. He actually did a really cool video in either 2018 or 19 when he did First Kiss. He did the whole video up here, went around the square, Main Street, and hit up the old, I wouldn't say drive-in, but I would say it was a drive-up restaurant type deal called Snow White, and is very, very cool. Yeah. You should check out the video. Maybe we'll post that too.
Maybe.
But if you've ever been to my town, you'll recognize the video.
That's right.
I think that's pretty damn cool.
That's right. And if you have not been to his town, you still can go. I mean, it's still.
There's not really anything to do. No, I'm just saying.
It's not. But it's
unless you come visit me. But I wouldn't suggest that.
Yeah, unless you bring treats, then that's fine.
Come on. Yeah. Well, that's okay.
Anyway.
Green treats.
Purple and blue.
Money.
As well. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, Loretta Lynn and Kid Rock, they did get married, but it wasn't real. They were just at the awards and they were joking together because
I thought that was real.
Her, I think it was her son-in-law and daughter, I think, were getting married. So they were just messing around, but it was fun. Everybody had a good time. Everybody enjoyed it. She put it on social media as if it were happening. And then, as you normally would do, recanted that and said, oh, we were just kidding. We were just having some fun. It's a good time, which is fine. It was all in good fun. You kind of knew from the very beginning that it was not.
Well, I actually thought it was real.
Right. It's not real at all, actually.
It's not. I mean, it's not realistic at all. That's for sure.
Not at all.
Oh, wow. Oh, there goes. Why would they put that's fake news? Why would they do that?
It's fake.
Why would they tease us with this?
Real fake.
We all want to see a 40-year-old man with a 120-year-old woman. Yes.
He's probably older than 40. He probably
is. I'm trying to give him some credit. He's trying to get on this show, man.
Well,
give him some. He's 30.
He's 28 years old, and he's an up and coming artist. He goes by the name of Kid Rock. Yes. He might go somewhere.
He does. Yeah, he does.
I don't know. Just saying.
Maybe to a drive-in. Maybe he'll go to a drive-in.
No, he'll drive up to a drive-in.
Wow. Hey, cheers.
Cheers. The blood of my enemies.
Whoa, man, that's scary.
A little bit.
It looked like that mug from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, where they have to drink the blood. I think that's the right movie.
It sounds good. If not,
I'll get on the Paramount network and check since they play it every weekend.
Paramount.
But I never get tired of it.
It's a good flick, if you will.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, see how I did that transition? That wasn't a transition at all. Pretty sneaky how I do that. I went to school for that.
Yes, he did.
Anywho, I don't know.
Still paying off that debt.
If you guys are familiar with a band called the Rolling Stones.
No.
But they're kind of a big deal.
Never heard of them.
They're a huge deal. You should give them a web browse, if you will. Maybe some sort of web search scenario going on.
Isn't one of those guys in that band? Isn't he actually dead? He just
is. Yeah, he's been dead for like 20 years, but he still gets on stage.
He looks dead. He does pretty good for being dead.
He moves like he is alive. Good old.
He probably moves like Mick Jagger.
Mick freaking Jagger. That's actually his. He changed his middle. That's his middle name now. So it's weird.
MFJ.
Anyway, they had an album come out in 1973, which was a couple years back now. Before Corona came into town.
They probably
did. They probably did. The album was called Goat's Head Soup. Anyway, they're going to be re-releasing this, and they're going to also put in some new songs that they've been written for like 40 years, but they have never been released. So they're going to put all that.
And that's really cool, actually, if you think about it. That's a lot of material
amazing.
We never knew.
It's amazing to me how you can write a song and just not do anything with it for 40 years.
Like, how do you not let the cat out of the bag at some point?
Especially signed to a label, you got to write so many songs, you got to have so many albums, you got to do all this stuff. I mean, apparently there was a plethora of music that they were writing, so they didn't have to worry about it. But maybe it didn't fit. I don't know. I have no idea what the songs are. I know what they're.
That's smart though. I would do that. I would overwrite in the time that you're good at writing, and just go ahead and write stuff while you have that inspiration and ability to do it, and it will sound the same instead of you writing material when you're 80 years old and have no mojo.
True.
So
now the question is, well, let me just say this. The songs are, one of them is of the newly released ones that are coming up is Scarlet. Then you have, which I guess this one's already been released, it's Crisscross. And then a third one is called All the Rage. Let's see, and it says this is from USA Today. All three songs were recorded more than 40 years ago, but were never officially released until now.
Holy crap. So they knew about hip hop and rage back then, before it even existed, man. Crisscross.
Real crazy.
Rage.
It's and then Scarlet. Now
Scarlet. We can't ever forget that name.
Goat's Head Soup. That was their 13th album, by the way. Back in the day. Was that 1970?
73.
Oh, crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
I remember I was born. I was probably actually a year old then. Wow. So I remember when that came out.
Awesome.
Usually you remember things when you're a year old.
Absolutely. Vividly, actually.
Yeah, very clear. I remember it. Actually, the album had a goat's head on it.
I remember the way that I was birthed.
Really? That is hard to believe.
It's hard to remember, too. Oh, horrible experience.
Let's look this up. Goats. What's it called?
Goat's Head Soup. Goats. From a good friend, Rolling Stone.
Well, I was close. It actually does have the image on the front of a face, but it's not a goat.
I don't know.
What is it, Eric?
Bob Dylan. Why is Bob Dylan on the? Oh, that's a different website.
It's a female that looks like it's coming out of something from Star Trek.
I don't even know how to you just got to look it up.
I don't understand that. Yeah, I suggest you actually hang on. I see something else. I do see a goat with its head in soup, but I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's real. That can't be real. There's different ones out there. I'm seeing a goat now with all the 5 members of the band. Yeah,
nobody knows. I have no idea.
Either way, who would name a stupid album Goat's Head Soup?
Apparently 1973 was a weird year because I
thought the 60s were weird. The 70s?
I think the 70s were weird because the 60s were weird.
Probably. And then you had disco. That just turned it all upside down.
Yep.
But we're used to that. We have disco in our pants.
I've got a disco light.
There it is. Oh, it's a perfect place for it.
Why that would be there. But there it is. Anyway, so anyway, they're going to be releasing that, like apparently that whole album. I don't know when. It doesn't tell me. It doesn't say when they're going to be doing
right now. It just released.
It's just now.
Hang on, let me check and see if it's available. It just sold out. Can't get it. They'll put it back out. I don't know when the date is.
Every single album available. It was $24 million.
Done. Actually, it was 24 billion.
But that's how we roll.
That's on the AMX.
So we like to buy albums.
Yeah.
All of them. Every single one of them.
True that.
Anyway, Mick Jagger actually just turned 77 as well. So I thought he was like 107. Maybe even 2. He could be a vampire. He is. Be some sort of vampire. I don't know. Anyway, happy birthday, buddy. I know that you're never going to listen to this show.
He's
calling me right now.
Here, let me tell him to stop.
I can't talk to him.
Ignore. Okay. I handled it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We got more stuff to do, Mick.
We gotta work, buddy.
Leave us alone. Look, you're done with. We don't care about the rolling sounds.
We do have some more important things that we need to talk about. Here's one. Did you hear that? For all of our friends listening to the podcast version of this and not seeing the actual video version of this, which by the way, no, that's definitely not. But if you're just not in the watching situation, you can't see us. EricBlackWasHere.com/Rockcast. Go check it out. Go see it.
Just get the video.
Just do
get
it.
In with the times.
Just do it. There's a lot of things that you're going to miss if you're not watching. Okay, a lot of things. For example, this whole mustache situation I got going on up here. Love it. First of all, love it. Okay, it's great. But problem is that when I drink liquid or I eat some sort of food situation,
yes,
it gets in there. And especially liquid, it'll just kind of hang out like if you're wringing out a rag, like it's drippy all the time. So like 5 minutes after I'm done drinking, I'm like, where is this liquid coming from? What is that? And it's just like dripping down my face onto my lip.
It's just
now sometimes I'm excited about it because whatever I had earlier was still pretty good and it drips down onto my mouth and I take a good lick and I'm like, you know what? I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad at this because it tastes delicious.
You know what's probably disgusting though is if you eat egg drop soup and it literally drops and stays there because eggs go bad.
Right.
1, you'll be sick because you probably eat it like 2 days later once you find it. And then 2 or 3, let's just say 4, it smells horrible. And 7, it's not an accurate to-go box.
Actually. It's not. The Food and Drug Administration has not approved that take-home scenario at all.
Nope. I wonder if the CDC
They might. You could probably wear it as a mask.
Well, it does cover your beard with a little glossy glaze.
You could probably ski down my beard.
You can.
Anyway, I don't know. It's weird. I like it though. It's good. I like having a beard. Everybody's like, how do you keep a beard for that long? I was like, I don't shave it.
Well, look, the beard thing, I mean, apparently, obviously, last year was a trend. Eric Black has had this beard way before the trends ever started. I will testify to that. There are some things that we do, Eric, wonder about that will either continue to be a trend, or is it just a temporary trend?
True. There are some things that are happening right now because of our friend Corona. And
Corona.
they're awesome, but I don't know longevity wise, especially for bands and artists. I have some theories. We'll get into that. Parker, I know you do too. So
I do.
Here's the skinny. That's right, because it's the 1920s. There are two things becoming trends right now that we're seeing here in 2020. At least at the time of the show. The one of them, which is kind of cool, drive-in concerts. Now, if you've ever been to a drive-in movie theater, same thing, except with a live band. So you're at a show in your vehicle or in a situation where you can be socially distanced and you're watching a live band perform.
Although it'd be really way much cooler to see Back to the Future live on a stage instead of on a screen.
Would be. Not a musical. Those are dumb. Just a movie.
Right.
Just reenact the movie on stage.
The drive-in shows, man, that's the concert idea. I think for what we have going on, I think it's the most the best solution that we have possible, because we don't know what's going to happen. 1, 2.
Right.
What are we going to do? Let's at least fill out the options. And I think a very close by nearby venue in the Murfreesboro, Tennessee area, close to around Bonnaroo, is done. You know what I'm talking about? You know where I'm going with this? They tested out this theory, and they had the outdoor festival look with the actual, they actually had the actual stage and everything, the lights, the production, the sound, and they had cages where you could fit general admission tickets, probably where you stand probably 6 to 10 people in a little area. I'd say probably 10 by 10, and it looked like it was a good solution.
And
for
it looked
the
like
time
a little
being.
mini stage. Actually, it's probably about a foot off the ground, maybe a little bit more than that. I
think it was cool. I mean, have you ever been to a very intimate venue?
Yes.
Those are the
now,
best shows.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I don't know if it would be. It's obviously not going to be the same, because unless you're like that, unless you're the one that's in the back, it's probably going to be identical to your situation. And
I prefer the back.
If you're one of those people that likes to get up in the mix, you like to get in the mosh pit, you like to be as close as possible, it's probably probably going to be a little weird. And then even more weird on the other side of that, now we have live streaming concerts. Now, this is the first one I saw was Trivium, and that was a couple weeks ago. There's been several before that, but that was the first one I actually got to see. Great show, by the way. I talk about it a lot on the show, but it was a great show. But it's got to be weird, because you're either most of the time they've rented out a venue, and they would do a normal show, except they're live streaming it. So there's no one in the venue other than the people putting on the show. Maybe you got some video guys, you got some sound guys, and then maybe some venue people. That's about it. There's maybe 10 people.
Completely empty.
So you've got the full show going. You got the lights. You've got the music. You've got the fog. You've got all this stuff going on, but you have to look in the camera, much like what we're doing right now. There is nobody out there. You just have to assume that they're enjoying the show, because a lot of the times when you're on stage, like live television, it's kind of weird. But a lot of times when you're on stage, you're actually feeding off of the audience. The more the audience claps or yells or screams or just you can see they're having a good time. The better the energy show, the better you're going to perform, the better the band is going to perform. So, but I mean, so far I've seen the ones that I've seen have been not bad for what they're doing, for what they have to go through, and be on stage without anybody that they can actually see or hear.
Me and Eric are smart. How we would do it is we would have, which we started to do this before the COVID situation happened, is we were going to be in, the ideal situation would be in a venue and have the show done live, which is what we planned. But this is what we have, and this is what we have to do. But my point is we would thought it out way better than these multi-million-dollar production companies. We would have gone right down to the adult bookstore or whatever it is, and we would have bought all the blow-up dolls they had, or at least 3 of them, and we would have sat them right here. And we would have been like, you were the audience. And we would have focused on them. And we would have put the camera inside their eyeballs.
Creepy in the morning. Why is it gotta be in the morning? Why is everything in the morning? I'm not a morning person. Stop. Oh.
That really creeps me out. Creepy in the morning.
Ooh. That could be a good morning show. If you're a morning person, Creepy in the Morning with Creepy and the Langoliers. By the way, if you don't know what a Langolier is, also another good thing to get on that web browser and do a search for. Pretty interesting. Pretty good.
Our best search option for you, suggestion, may I say, would be a band, very successful band. I think they played Rock on the Range, called McDiver and the Foxy Langoliers. Tell them about that, Eric.
The most random band maybe in the entire world.
Tenacious D, you do not have anything.
You just got to go look. They're on Facebook. Just go look.
What a plug!
That's all I'm saying. Just go take a look. I don't know if
my favorite song was the one where they talked about the Langoliers. How did that go? Oh, there's a Langolier.
That's real. That happened. Yeah, that happened. You should
go check it out. It has a million hits on YouTube, probably.
It's weird enough to go venture into that scenario. You will either like it or you'll hate it. So,
or you'll go climb in the trees.
It'll be a good time, and it'll be weird. You'll enjoy that quite a bit.
It's not going to be any weirder than this. Actually, yeah, it will be.
Well, actually, it's definitely more weird than this. So anyway, we're talking about live streaming bands versus like drive-in shows.
We got extremely
not even kind of on topic. Anyway, welcome to the show.
Yeah. We had streaming and live freaking concert, man. I just can't.
So my question is this. So if because of the scenario that we're in right now, because of COVID, we have to do it. This is the way that is acceptable right now. It's working okay for what it is. My question is, are these things that are happening, are they going to be trends, or is there some sort of is this a long-term thing that's going to continue going even after coronavirus is taken care of? I mean, my theory is that at least live streaming will probably stick around, because now they know that they can monetize it, which I don't know why they didn't think that in the first place, but hardly anybody was doing that.
What?
Anyway, now they know they can monetize it, so they'll probably do a concert, sell tickets for between $20 and $150, depending on what seats you want.
Yep.
And then they'll probably sell the live stream for $5 or $10, and then they'll still make money off of that. So actually, now they're going to be making double money. And I'll tell you this: whoever comes up with that scenario is probably, it's my gong. Apparently, time's up. Is going to probably screw the bands over again. Because it's going to be some sort of label, somebody with a stupid amount of money, they can back this, and they're going to say, all right, bands, you get 1/10 of a cent for every sale. Oh, thanks. Since they're the ones that are keeping you guys in a job. But no, it's cool. It's cool. Go ahead and make that happen.
I've got another thing too. Look, they're gonna take advantage of, actually, I don't know how they're going to do this now. So once things do get back to normal, you remember the old no phone rule, or the no videoing the show rule? Well, how do you compete, or how do you even justify that rule once we've had video cameras streaming in concerts now. So I don't know how that's going to affect with they do keep doing the live streams for these shows. You got a camera over here during a live show, say COVID's gone, we hope, and at that point, and you got cameras, and are they still going to tell people, well, you can't do your
they
phones?
Probably will.
They probably will.
Because if it
and
go ahead.
I will say, just to hold that thought with the artist, you know, I understand the no camera thing. You don't want people, people want to take photos. They want to have memories of the shows. I get it. They want a video of the favorite part of their song. But from the artist's viewpoint, I see their, argument too.
Well, and it's all content that they can't control. And by control, I mean, they're not controlling people. It's just they have a certain brand that they want to adhere to. And they have a certain style that they like. They have a certain, they like what they like. Now it's not they do. It's not going to be easy to do all of that. To say that you can't have your phones. People still do it. It wasn't so bad when all you did was photos, but now people are live streaming it while they're at the show.
Right. Well, people
the entire
just do
time.
this.
He's actually live streaming right now while we're live streaming.
Does this look like a lot of fun?
I want to see the band while I'm there on a 1 or 2 inch screen. That's really what, even though they're right in front of my face, I just want to see them on my phone. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, it's a good time. Now, I'm not opposed to you taking a few photos and a few videos. That's not what I'm saying. Do it. Make it happen.
Right.
But watch the freaking show.
Don't stay on your dang phone the whole time.
You're kind of being a dick because now you have this freaking phone up here and whoever's in back of you now has to look around you because you're a dick and will have your phone up here for 45 minutes. Stop.
Right?
Just don't do that.
I hate that. It's like the guy in wrestling. You go to freaking wrestling, which we don't do that anymore. But when we did, you'd have that idiot with the sign holding up a sign that probably says something as important as "I like baked beans," and he's sitting there, and we're just like, dude, put it up every once in a while for the camera to see, or whoever the person you have it for, the one match,
put it down,
and then put that damn sign down, or he's going to come diamond cut your ASS in the corner of that turnbuckle. I've seen him do it. Eric Black,
I can't. I will break something. If I do it, I will break. And we're in a tight scenario here. So
Stone Cold stun that freaking mic right now. No, don't do it. You'll have to you do not want him to do that. You'll have to reposition it, and it will take 3 hours
to get this set up. I started this last Monday after the last show. I went ahead and started this whole process all over again. You would think
I can see it in his eyes.
Just fine the way it was, but I have to use the camera. So I got to take the camera down. I actually go out and I do video stuff, things like that. So then I have to come back and redo all of this and blah blah blah.
He's actually telling the truth. He gets out and does big things.
Big things. Big things.
So what about Metallica? Speaking of the drive-in concert shows. Metallica, they haven't done it yet. I don't believe, but it's coming.
They're talking.
There's 3 cities in Tennessee that I know are doing it. I believe Sparta is one of the hole-in-the-wall towns that is going to have the awesome advantage of seeing Metallica live on the big screen.
Yep. Now I will say this too, cool, that's actually not a horrible idea because you're still getting, and it kind of, from what I've seen, it kind of makes you feel like you're there because it's all on the big screen. You have multiple bands actually performing live. They're actually doing it as you're watching them, maybe a 2 or 3 second lag, but they're still live. They're still doing everything there. I can't remember who it was, but I saw a couple bands actually earlier. I think it was maybe last week or something like that, where they were saying thank you to another band that had them on the live show with them. They were in. They were doing shows and they were on all 7 or 8 different drive-in theaters across the country or whatever. I can't remember who that was, but that's definitely interesting. But I'm thinking like some of those things, you may still see some of that stuff after all this is over. If there's just some like maybe they're recording and they don't want to leave, but they still want to do a show or, something like that. They can do a whole bunch of different things. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that stuff because obviously we'd just like to go to a show. That's that's what we want to do. We go see a live show.
Right. Well, our good friend Dale would probably like that other choice because he never leaves.
Never leaves. What we're saying is we had a really good interview at Rock on the Range, like
Rock on the Range
2 years ago. Dale Stewart of Seether. And that year kind of sucked for Rock on the Range because there was two tornadoes. So we had to evacuate twice.
Yeah.
And it took like 2 hours out of the entire
2 times.
I think you get about 6 hours to interview all the people that you need to interview, and then everybody's pretty much done. So 2 hours out of that. So now and it was right at the beginning. So now everybody's backed up as far as media goes. Everybody's backed up in their interviews. So now all of the people, the big, the big companies, the big media people and all that stuff, they get first dibs, obviously. So we did get some good interviews, but we didn't get as many as we thought. We were going there with about 8 or 10. And that year we only ended up with 2 interviews.
Well, it's because the storms lasted for like 4 hours, and then we had to wait, and then we had to wait again, and then we waited one more time, and then once we actually started going, we were lucky enough to get Dale, and he had such a good time that he told us he would never leave.
Yeah, it was.
That was a good interview.
Go to my my YouTube page. Go to my website, ericblankwasier.com, and click on the YouTube link, our icon, whatever, and you can go to artist interviews on the playlist in there, and you can go find out what's going on over there. Lots of interviews over yonder. Over yonder.
Over yonder.
Oh, I see you brought a friend.
I did. This is Weenus. Say hi and say bye.
Hi.
There you
He's
go.
going to be famous.
There's your 5 seconds of fame. He actually already is. Papa Roach made him famous about 3 years ago.
It's very true. There is that's a good reminder of the situation that we're in right now with coronavirus. Like everybody is doing the best that they can. We're all pretty much still working from home. Doing that kind of stuff.
Yes.
I don't see for us. I don't think that's really going to change much anytime soon. But we do want to get out there and do some some different video work. So I think we're going to try to get some of that stuff taken care of as well. Parker, we have to wrap things up, but we have to talk about the future of Rockcast. We have to tell people about some of the things that are happening, some of the people that, at least one of the persons, I don't know. One of the guests that is coming on the show.
One of the people, plural.
Next month. I know that's a long ways away, kids, but just hang out. We'll have some good time. We just got confirmation for October 2nd. For who? For who, Parker? Who are we going to put on that scenario?
Excuse me. We are going to have an excellent guest that you are going to want to check out.
Right.
Perfect month for it, too. October is going to be a fantastic month for our good friend.
Yeah, from Korn.
Head. That's right. Yeah. Head from Korn. He's going to join us October, so be looking forward to that. We'll have him on the show, and it is going to get extremely weird.
It's going to be amazing. He is the one with dreads, by the way. If you did not realize that by his name.
Yeah.
Head.
That's
him. That is he. That is who is going to do the interview. It'll be fun.
We're looking forward to it, man. He's a really good dude. We've we spent a little time with him before.
Yep. Absolutely.
So we look forward to having him on the show for the first time. So that will be coming. So cool announcement there, Eric Black. And we got some other
we will
cool
get into that. We can only do one at a time right now, but we've got a few other ones that we're going to be spreading out throughout this month, the rest of this month. The other thing is too, I know a lot of you have been contacting us and asking, hey, where can we find your podcast? Well, it's a little weird right now. This was something that we just wanted to start. We just wanted to see what was going to happen. There was several opportunities as far as podcast hosts out there, as most of you know, because I think a lot of you are doing podcasts right now. So we've kind of taken our time and kind of searched out which one would be most beneficial for what we're trying to do. And so we have finally found that podcast host, and pretty soon you will be able to find this show pretty much anywhere. No, anywhere where podcasts live, you will be able to hear this show. So
yes,
we are excited about that. It's going to be good. It's not just going to be a Facebook, YouTube scenario. We're going to be a big deal. We're going to be on everything.
Nope. We're going world. We're already worldwide. But we're for real going legit worldwide with the Spotify, with the iTunes, with the Android.
With the Android, yeah.
What else?
Amazon, Audible, iHeartRadio.
Amazon, come on. Everywhere. I freaking heart
pretty much
radio.
Literally anywhere you know of a podcast, the show should be there.
Yes. And it's specifically, let's not forget, EricBlackWasHere.com/Rockcast.
I got my own jingle now. It's weird. If you don't hear it, just keep listening. Turn up the volume really loud. Sometimes it's quiet.
Let me try it again. EricBlackWasHere.com. Go.
Crazy.
There it is. I told you. That's so cool. Yeah, we're looking forward to that, man. We're going to be in a lot of cool places. Going to try and do big things and fuel the requests of our watchers and listeners. It's kind of weird to say. We have video now. And so, yeah, man, we're excited about that. Some big stuff. Head from Corn, Spotify, iHeart.
It's good. We're excited. We're excited. Coming. Lots of random things are going to happen as well over the course of the next few months. Again, this was just a simple idea that we thought, hey, we just want to do it. So now we've done it and people are enjoying it. We're enjoying it, obviously. So we're just going to continue doing it. We're going to continue growing. If you would like to donate thousands of dollars, you are more than welcome to. Yeah, more than welcome to. Just contact us. We'll give you our Swiss bank account situation.
Yes.
There it is.
Email
right
Eric at EricBlackWasHere.com.
Follow that Instagram.
Or follow us on Instagram at Eric Black Was Here or at Parker Minor Official.
I don't know. That's probably drug related.
That's right.
Anyway, that's really all we have for the show this week. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us. And we'll probably see you again next time, I'm sure. But go follow us, go like us, go subscribe, whatever that means on whatever platform you're listening to. Go do all of that. The best place right now to listen to the show and watch the show is either Facebook or YouTube. But again, podcast scenario coming up quick, and we'll keep you in the loop. But again, you got to subscribe to all of those things, and we'll let you know as soon as possible. But
we'll try to keep it kid friendly.
We'll try, but probably not very hard.
No.
Anywho, all right, guys. Thanks for listening to the show. This is Rockcast. I'm Eric Black. That's Parker Minor. And we'll see you again next time, I'm sure. Have a good week. Bye, kids.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.